Well, it's a Saturday morning today, and for me it means I don't have a 5 o'clock start, which is amazing. And this weekend we have nothing on. So on weekends like this, my eating habits change to the weekday. Obviously the weekday I'm thinking about what I can pack up and take with me to work and things like that. On the weekends it's more around what time we get up and what we're going to eat in the evening, things like that. So invariably in the weekends we only have 2 meals. It doesn't mean we starve ourselves, it just means that we're getting a bit later and we mess around. We have a couple of cups of tea in bed watching TV, and then we have a good brunch. And that's norm for us if we're not actually getting up early and going out. So today it's going to be the same. We've got up this morning and I didn't have a lie-in as some people would call it. Lola got me up about 5:45, Fido got me up about 7:15, and then eventually I came downstairs just after 8 and made the first cup of tea. So wasn't in bed like till midday, and then I did get up, cut my husband's hair, and then hoovered the lounge after doing that, and then I cleaned my bathrooms before getting out my PJs. So it's almost 12 o'clock now. It's 10 to 12, and the dogs have been walked and I'm now hungry. And it's bizarre because at the weekends I'm not as hungry first thing as I would be if I was going to work. But as I said, I don't starve myself at the weekends. So I'm now going to do our breakfast brunch for hubby and I. He's going to have bacon and eggs and toast. He has all the fat on it. If I had a cooked breakfast, I would take the fat off, would have baked beans and poached eggs, but because baked beans are no longer protein, I can't have them today. So I'm going to have an omelette, and I know I've had an omelette 2 days in a row, but I'm going to make this a sweet omelette with some frozen berries and some quark. So let's see how I make that. Okay, so in here I've got 3 eggs which I've whisked. Okay, and I'm just going to add a drop of milk, skim milk from a Healthy Extra A, and I use this, which I think is amazing. It's like a syrup, cordial syrup, and it's sugar free, so it's free on Slim World. I'm just going to put a dash of that in it, just to give it sweetness, so I don't need to use any sweetener. Okay, and then just give that a really good whisk. And then in a hot pan, I'm just going to put a little bit of fry light. It doesn't need a lot. These pans are really good. And then I'm just going to pour that in there, like that. And as I do with my savoury omelettes, I'm going to pop the lid on and just leave it for a few minutes. And then I can get on with my husband's breakfast, which is bacon and eggs. Okay, so let's take the lid off. Let me see. That's cooked. Let me get my fish slice and just loosen it there. That's quite fluffy as well, so, and you can see it doesn't need me to do anything with it at all. So and now find them, get my frozen berries. I took out the freezer this morning. They are still a little bit cold and a little bit frozen, and I'm just going to pop those on there like that. There's quite a lot of them there actually. Okay, and all I'm going to do is turn the lid off, turn the heat off even, pop the lid back on and leave that to one side. The heat in that pan will then warm those berries up for me without cooking them, so there's no sins involved for me. So now I get hubby started. As you broke that yolk. Oops. Tell you what, you can have 2 eggs to make up for I broke his yolk. There we go. I could scramble it, couldn't I? I was going to give him a scrambled egg. Wouldn't mind. Right. So while that's cooking, I'm just going to tidy up. So while I'm waiting for that to cook, I might have a cup of tea. Now when I say cup of tea, I don't do tea by halves. I don't do normal tea. I only have green tea or peppermint tea as a treat. And this is my mug. I've already had 2 of these this morning. This is my 3rd. This is my mugs at home, and I love them because you get a lot of tea and it stays hot for longer. And I feel like, you know, when you go to hotels and they only have those little tiny mugs, I just feel like it's an eye wash, you know? Gotta have a good cuppa. Cheers. Oh, lovely. Right. I think my hubby's eggs are looking good, so I'm going to start getting his bacon out of the Acti-Fryer. There you go. I'm going to start to dish up my omelette, which I'm really excited about. There we go. So there is my sweet omelette with mixed berries and cork, and I've just put a little bit of that syrup on the top. Just show you that syrup again. There we go. You can get it from Sainsbury's. Tesco's may do it, I don't know, but I always get it from Sainsbury's. It's a little bit more expensive than normal cordial, but it goes a long, long way. Obviously my big cup of tea and my hubby's big cup of tea, and then my hubby's got his breakfast here, so he's just got a couple of eggs and some crispy bacon and some white toast, and he will have loads of butter on that as well. So that's breakfast or brunch in our house on a Saturday. Right, well, as brunches goes, that was pretty amazing, I have to say. Even though I say so myself, it was absolutely tasty. And in fact, my husband, who, if I said, do you want that for breakfast, would have said no. And he saw mine and he went, oh, well, you could have done me one too. Just goes to show. So I said to him, well, if you still want one tomorrow, I'll make you one tomorrow. I think he had food envy, which is a first. So now, for the rest of the day, I'm going to be doing some body magic. And he's not going to be going to the gym. He's not walking the dogs. It's cleaning. Now, Co, if you don't know, is a new product. And I think they're Australian, actually. But my accents are terrible, so I might get that wrong. But basically, these products, get them online. Just Google Co. I will put a link on here. And they don't impact on anyone with asthma, which I've got asthma quite badly. They don't have any smells to them. You need one product to apparently clean everything. You do get, let me just find it for you because it's here somewhere. Oh, here we go. You do get like 3 of these in your pack. They're sort of like abrasive sponges, but not too abrasive. So like for your oven, you might need that. I cleaned my slow cooker, which I was going to do a video product review on. I just haven't had time to do that yet. But I can walk around the house and clean everything from the bathrooms to the kitchen, to the lounge, to the windows, the tiles, everything with just one product. And it's just brilliant. You spray it on, leave it for a couple of minutes, and then just wipe off with a dry cloth, not a wet cloth. It's just really easy, and so with my 2 dogs I need ease, and this is brilliant. So if you're intrigued, Google it. You get a starter pack. There's a floor pack which I haven't got. I've literally just got the starter pack, which I think was about £20 from memory, but well worth it. I don't have a cleaner. One, I just think it's a lot of money that I could spend elsewhere, so that's me being a bit tight. But also I've got 2 dogs, border collies. I've got black hair. I can hoover the house this morning. If you come round this afternoon to see me, there'll be hair on the carpet again, and I've got cream carpets. Didn't choose them, they were in my house when I bought them, and as it was a brand new house, it just didn't justify changing them. My kitchen floor is white, which you might have seen yesterday, and you might have seen a little bit of tissue on that video. It isn't tissue, it's part of Lola's bed. I bought new beds at Christmas for both dogs, and Lola has destroyed both of them. And that was a part of a bed that she'd took some stuffing out of. But the kitchen floor itself, you know, they're in and out of the garden all day, every day. So, you know, for me to have a cleaner, she'll come in today and she'll blitz the house. And I might walk in from work and go, wow, it looks amazing. An hour later, do you know what? It's not worth it. Every night I have to clean my kitchen floor. Well, not clean it, I have to brush it or vacuum it. And the reason being is I give my dogs, I think it's about 7 toys in the morning when I go to work, and each one's stuffed with either sweets or dog food. So yeah, sorry, I was interrupted then by my husband, who's brought me, can I just show you, some wine for tonight. This is one of my favourite wines. It's from Slimline. I discovered them literally when they were launched in December 2017, and I was lucky to go to their vineyard last year to see how it was made. This wine is amazing. For me, I think their fizz is equal, if not better, than most champagnes, and it's a fraction of the price. Calorie wise, I think it's 420 calories. It's 3.5 syns for 125 millilitres. It has low sulfur, which means you don't get the hangover in the morning. Believe you me, I've drank plenty of these and I've not had a headache at all. Now, I'm not saying go out and get drunk, absolutely not. But all I'm saying is that, you know, if you like a glass of wine and you find that it does give you a bit of a hangover, you know, some people get hangover of 1 or 2 glasses. This doesn't. It's just amazing. It tastes great. You can get the fizz from Tesco's, or you can go online and they do a red, a white flat, I call them, and a pink and a white fizz. So I will put the link to their website on the bottom of this video, but hubby's just got my last 2 bottles out of the garage, so I can put those in the fridge. Because I'm doing extra easy SP, I can only have, I worked it out yesterday, I think it's about 350 millilitres of this a day. And I will be weighing it out tonight and tomorrow. So my syns today are purely going on my slimline wine. Hubby's cooking dinner tonight, said yesterday, which is a rarity. So I'm going to have a glass of wine with it to enjoy it. Anyway, back to my housework and not having a cleaner. The cleaner for me, as I said, is a waste of time because the house would just be in a mess not long after I get home. The dogs, as I said, they have 7 treats, little toy things, and you put sweets in them or dog food, and the behaviourist told me to put dog food in it rather than treats, just because you don't get overweight. But what it does, it occupies them in the day when we leave for work until the lady comes in to look after them. And they love it. It's a bit of a game, and also mental stimulation for dogs actually tires them out as much as physical stimulation. So there's a top tip for you. So yeah, having a cleaner for me just wouldn't work. So I do give the house a base clean during the week, and I tend to clean as I go along. The bathrooms, I tend to, you know, I clean the shower while I'm in the shower. I clean the sink as I'm having a wash in the morning. You know, it just saves me a little bit of time, and it was a top tip from my previous house because I had 4 floors and that was a nightmare. Then on the weekend, I give it a really good blitz, and I have been known to do over 10,000 steps on a Saturday just cleaning my house alone. So that just goes to show, actually, exercise isn't about going to the gym, it's about moving around and getting active. So I'm going to go shortly off to do my housework, but I just wanted to be honest with you and say yesterday, after I did my video, I was feeling a bit peckish and wanted something sweet. In fact, actually, this morning, I'm being honest with myself, and did I really feel peckish and did I really need something sweet? And I don't know is the honest answer, but I had syns left, and I bought these yesterday on my Tesco shops, which you may see. And I thought I'll have one. And now I can't find one on the SlimWorld app, but I found similar things, and I've sort of looked at the calories and things in it, and I think it's about 6.5 syns. So I was weighing, I'd only had half a syn all day anyway. Now, if you're a sweet person, they are lush. They are really chocolatey and they are lovely, and they are quite big. I don't know if you can see that. Some of the bars you get are quite small, but they're quite big, and they are in chunks. Just like that. So actually you could break it even into smaller syns if you wanted to. This is me being really naughty here as well, because I bit into it yesterday and thought, oh my God, this is too sweet for me and sickly, because I'm not really a sweet person. And I thought, oh, do you know what, I might go and give it to my husband because I know he'll enjoy it. And then I didn't. And then I ate it and I didn't enjoy it. Now in some ways it's a good thing, because I've now said to my husband, I don't want any of those, just eat them, just take them. So, you know, they're in my cupboard, they're not a temptation, because I look at that now and think, I did feel a bit sick after eating it, it was a bit sweet for me. So, but I didn't say that on my video yesterday that I did have that. So yesterday I did have 7 syns, but I'm allowed 10, so that's absolutely fine. But as I said, my syns today are purely on this little bad boy. I'll come back this evening when we start having dinner. As I said, hubby's cooking, and he's going to do like this prawn tom yum soup, and he wants noodles with his, but he knows I can't have noodles, so I have saved my healthy extra B to have it because it's a soup sort of dish. So he's going to cook that tonight. I'm going to see if he'll let me video it. He's a bit shy, so I don't think he wants to be a YouTube star just yet. But what I may do is just set my camera up so you can see the ingredients going to pan, and I'll put some sort of written commentary as to how it was made, etc. for later. So I'm off cleaning. Have fun. Right, so it's dinner time and hubby offered to cook. So I've just got all the ingredients out of the cupboards and the fridge for him. So if I remind you what we're having, there it is. So it's called prawn tom yum soup. So here's all the ingredients. There's quite a lot actually. So it's only 1 bulb of garlic, a chilli, which it is frozen slightly at the moment. Top tip, I put my chilies in the freezer. Because invariably you buy a packet and you don't use them all and they go off. So if you freeze them, you can just take them out when you need them. So yeah, just saves you a lot of money over time, really. Well, not a lot because they're cheap, but you know what I mean. It saves waste. 2 large tomatoes, 1 lime, 2 shallots, 2 spring onions, 2 sticks of lemongrass, a star anise, red pepper, Pak Choi, fish sauce, kaffir leaves, shiitake mushrooms, and the prawns with, it said vegetable stock or fish stock, so I don't really use fish stock, so we've got vegetable stock. That's 850 millilitres there, so it's quite a lot actually. And then, as I said, hubby wanted, well, I thought he wanted rice yesterday, but then he said he wanted some noodles, so he'll put that into his. And I'm going to have my healthy extra B roll with mine, so that'll be for me later. So all that's left now is, while he does all the chopping and prepping, I'm going to sit and enjoy watching with, as I promised myself, a glass of slimline fizz. And as I said, I need to be careful today because I've only got 10 syns, so I'm going to weigh this out. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to have 125 millilitres of my slimline wine. Got my scales. Oops, just spilled some. $23, $24. Oops. Right, there we go. It's actually 129, so I'm going to make it 130, so next time I weigh it, it should be fine. So I just need to remember what that says so I can make sure I don't go over. So while hubby cooks, cheers! Happy Saturday! Right, so all the ingredients are prepped. There we go. Hubby's done an amazing job all his chopping. I need to employ him more for myself. Okay, and so he's now going to start the cooking. Here's a little hack for you. If you've got a stainless steel splashback, put your recipe card on the splashback with magnets. It's much easier to see what you're doing. well, what can I say? This is hubby's dinner. It is absolutely delicious. He really did well. So I'm going to start tucking into this before it gets cold. Hi, well, that was an amazing dinner, I have to say. I'd certainly recommend that you cook it. Tonight has been really nice because for a change my husband cooked and I've really had a chance to relax and chill out. Been completely on plan all day, which has been amazing. I've done over 10,000 steps today, even though I haven't been to the gym. As I said to you, working out by doing housework is just as good as going to the gym. So all that's left for tonight is to say good night. Hubby and I are now going to go and watch a film. We think Bohemian Rhapsody maybe. I'm now going to have another glass of my slimline wine. So please tune in tomorrow, and the only way you can do that is by subscribing to my channel and setting notifications, and then you'll get all my videos that I upload. I do lots of things. I do recipes, things I create myself. I do product reviews. I love getting out about walking, and tomorrow we may actually do a 12-kilometre walk, and we might try my new gimbal out. So there'll be some videos and photos from that. So don't miss out on any of that, honestly. It'd be really, really good. So please subscribe to my channel. I really would appreciate it. If you try any of my food out, or you like anything, or you don't like anything, then put in the comments underneath. It'd be really good to get your feedback. So have a good Saturday night, and all I'm going to say now is cheers, and I'll see you tomorrow.